first day in September '07, little, timid, and scared, wondering just how far away we was to 2011. As freshmen, we were so unsure about the journey that lay ahead. So uncertain of the road before us, we'd rather just stay home in bed. Then came sophomore year, and the days came and went. From snowball to MCAS, we began to learn what high school meant. Soon that summer passed, and juniors we became, and homework and stress started piling. But spring brought our first prom, and everyone started smiling. Time to pick senior classes, the excitement started raging. To work hard or slack off, we began to feel ourselves aging. Summer came and went, and again we returned to that familiar place, parked our cars in the lot, and hoped this year would race. Somewhere through all of this, the lessons rang through, that high school is what we make of it, and our friends are those who are true. And so our years came to a close, the ones we spent together at NHS, and we all grew together. Where did the time go? It's anybody's guess. Through sports, plays, clubs, and tests, we all worked hard and did our best, and learned throughout the years just who we are, and though we may leave, our memories won't wander far. So I thank you, everyone in this senior class, for teaching me lessons and giving me memories at last. I will never forget what I have learned from you. The class of 2011 is unforgettable. That much I know is true. And as we sit here today, on the cusp of graduation, on our way to yet another summer vacation, today, my friends, we start anew, on a journey to the rest of our lives. So let us all enjoy the view.
Yes.
I am really not a fan of speeches, writing them or giving them, especially when I have to do both. So much so that I've been literally dreading this day since the day that I found out my class rank. For the longest time, I had no idea where to even begin. What on earth would I talk about? Most of the people I've spoken to in the last month or so have heard my complaints and have tried to help me brainstorm. Some seriously, some not so much. Here are some of the suggestions I received. Write about my family. Tell jokes. Don't use cliches. Use lots of cliches. Sing my speech. Read my speech entirely in French. And from one particular teacher who shall remain nameless, talk about Star Wars, Transformers, and Katy Perry. So thank you to all those people, because I ended up using your ideas after all, in a way. And just like you helped me with my speech, there are so many people who have helped me and my fellow students throughout the last 4 years of our lives. From the first day of school freshman year to right this very second as we were about to graduate. Thank you to my family, my friends, and all the amazing teachers at NHS, and thank you all for being here tonight. Most importantly, thank you to the class of 2011, because just as we all sit here together now, we have all lived this life together for the past 13 years of schooling. From the senior cruise to the senior play, and all the dances, activities, field trips, and piles upon piles of homework in between, the class has stuck together. And while we will all go our separate ways after tonight, we have all spent too much time together to not make an impact on each other's lives. 13 years ago, we started kindergarten. In my case, I was just a little 5-year-old climbing on the big yellow school bus, excited but nervous, with my new shoes and dress and Winnie the Pooh backpack. At the time, I couldn't imagine graduating high school. I couldn't even imagine being one of the big scary 3rd graders. Fast forward to today. Here we are, the class of 2011, finally in the year 2011, graduating. We have all come so far in our lives. We've had some great times and some not so great ones. We've laughed, we've loved, we've learned, and most importantly, we've lived. But that doesn't end today, and it never should. Life will throw a lot of things at you, that's no secret. Conquer them all, follow your dreams, and never stop believing in yourself. So for as long as you keep living, keep laughing, keep loving, and keep learning. No one knows for certain what the future holds, so it is truly up to you to decide it. They say that you will regret the things you didn't do in your lifetime more than the things you did, and from my experiences so far, I wholeheartedly agree. So take some risks and learn from your mistakes. You'll regret it if you don't. Treasure the memories of your time here, the friends you made, the good times you had, and use them to create an even better and brighter future. I guess the major point I'm trying to make here is that living a life, and I mean truly living a life, is rather like writing a speech. You may not know what you will want at first, but through experience and a little help from your friends, it will all begin to fall into place. Eventually, eventually you will put your all into it, though it may scare you at times. Though it may not work out perfectly, the result will be favorable in some way, and by the end, well, you may just come full circle. So, class of 2011, now it is your turn to write the speeches of your lives. It won't be easy, that much is true, but in the end, you'll be glad you did it. The first 18 years have laid your outline. Now it is time to put pen to paper, fingers to keyboard, or mouth to microphone. Nothing can stop you but yourselves. I wish you all the best of luck, and congratulations, class of 2011.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tim Weberson. I've been involved in music most of my life, and I've been playing drums since I was 9. It hasn't been easy throughout the years. I was never on American Idol or America's Got Talent. What I have accomplished in the last few years have all been achieved through hard work and discipline. You cannot always get everything handed right to you in life. Sorry, Rebecca Black, but most people have to work hard to get to the top. Having seen both success and failure in my life so far, I would like to share what I have found to be a few keys to success. Successful people seem to have 3 commonalities: a vision, knowing your priorities, and sticking to it when times get tough. Vision is a word that people throw around quite often. A vision is strictly your own. No one else can have it for you. When I first told my mom that I wanted to be a rock star, she pretty much looked at me like I was crazy. Music is a challenging career choice. Over the years, my vision evolved to better fit my skill set. I wanted to incorporate my academic skills and my musical passion in a logical sense. Considering a career as an audio engineer, I began interning at Saucer Sound Studio in North. After managing my band, booking shows, and financing all of my band spendings, I knew music business was what I would do for the rest of my life. There was a man who had a vision to perfect animation and also make America's dreams come true. He had always been a creator and an imaginative person. His road to success was not easy, though. Once being told he lacked creativity, but his vision kept him going. The end result of his persistence was a famous character that everyone here should know. It's Mickey Mouse. Soon to follow is Snow White, Bambi, and Peter Pan. This man who was told he would never be successful because he lacked creativity, you guessed it, was Walt Disney. And this man had a vision to be something great and to succeed no matter how long it would take or how much effort needed to be exerted. Over the years, his vision expanded and he decided to make a whole new world of entertainment for families. He ended up creating a theme park that most, if not all of us have been to. It's Disney World. There are going to be times in everyone's life where you'll be told you are not good enough or you can't. One of my old teachers and best friends told me years ago to never let anyone tell you that you can. I know not everyone here has a complete idea of where they want to go in life or what they want to do, but it is our job in our youth to figure out our vision, or at least begin to create it. One of my favorite quotes is by a singer named Jesse Leach. It reads, "This is the quest of life, fulfill your destiny." Every graduate on this stage tonight will someday discover what their destiny is. That vision is critical for anyone seeking success. Besides following a vision, you must have priorities. This year, my favorite bands were playing a show at the House of Blues, and I was stoked to see them one weekend. They're from California and Hawaii and don't usually tour here. At the same time, I realized I had a few papers, a couple tests, and a project to get done for Monday. And on top of that, it would be my band's last rehearsal before one of our big shows. Decision time. Of course, I wanted to go see the concert, but in the end, I knew the right choice was to fulfill my musical and school-related obligations. Priorities are key in whatever you do. If you just do what you want and don't think about the consequences, how can you ever reach your goal? You'll just be setting yourself further back every time. There is one woman who sticks out in my mind when it comes to priorities. I don't think everyone here will know the story, but I'm fairly sure you know who she is. Her name is Jewel Kilcher, better known as Jewel. When she was a young girl, she too had a vision with music. At age 15, she received a partial scholarship to attend an art school, but that money was not enough. Instead of doing what most people do when they're young, going out having fun, partying, going to sports, Jewel had a different idea in her mind. She was going to stop everything else in her life and focus on making enough money to pursue that art career. She put on a show at her school, and with the support of the townspeople of Homer, Alaska, Jewel raised $11,000. This enabled her to attend college. After college, Jewel still had that drive to be successful at music. To get there, though, she had to be willing to give up a life of material things. She lived out on the streets homeless. I'm not romanticizing poverty, but Jewel sacrificed everything she had in order to attain the success she had always dreamed of. She played coffee houses and small gigs, developed a fan base, and ultimately achieved fame. If Jewel didn't have her priorities straight through those trying years, she would not have gotten where she was today. When you try to reach your goals and fulfill that vision, you're going to have times when you need to remember what's important to you. Life cannot always be perfect or a walk in the park. It will not always be easy. To achieve your vision, you have to set priorities that will lead you there. A clear-cut vision of what you want to achieve and priorities are still not quite enough to lead you to success, however. What has to be instilled in you is the concept of perseverance, sticking to it when times get tough. When I first began playing drums, I came home from lessons the second week, bawling my eyes out. I told my mom that I wanted to quit. I thought I could never be good at something so complicated and so new. My mom encouraged me to give it 10 lessons and see what happens from there. If I still hated it, then I could quit. Thank God she taught me persistence at this young age. Here I am 9 years later, playing drums in a well-established metal band at venues like Showcase Live, co-producing our second album, and soon attending University of Southern California to pursue a music business career. Because of my mom, drums and music have become my life, my passion, and what I want to do in my future. Most people don't immediately master new endeavors. They're only achieved through dedication and perseverance. For example, when he was a sophomore in high school, Michael Jordan was cut from the varsity team, while one of his best friends made it with ease. Though initially discouraged, Jordan did not give up. He trained harder than ever and came back the next year to make the team. What if he just gave up right then and there? He would not have had such an impact on the game of basketball. Michael Jordan is not the only celebrity to fail at first. Henry Ford went broke 5 times before being successful. Albert Einstein's teachers called him slow and adrift in his foolish dreams. General Douglas MacArthur was turned down from West Point twice, but he tried a third and final time and fought his way into our history books. And Dr. Seuss's first children's book was rejected 27 times before the 28th publisher sold 6 million copies of it. Nothing should deter you from your dreams and goals. You may have to take a few steps back before you can walk forward, or fall down a few times before you can get back up. But you cannot give up, and you cannot attempt a challenge half-heartedly. As Yoda once said, do or do not, there is no try. Wherever life takes you, or whatever your dream may be, just remember that you have control of your destiny. Successful people did not get where they are today by accident. Well, with the exception of maybe Justin Bieber.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe one of these students up here with me tonight is the next Walt Disney, or Jewel, or Michael Jordan. Who knows? But anyone here who wants to be successful has to have a vision, prioritize, and lastly, never give up no matter how hard times can get. In the words of Nikki Sixx, I hope as everyone here leaves tonight, they're inspired to do something that they actually wanted to do. Just to pick up a guitar, or pick up a pen, or pick up a paintbrush. Even just pick up your feet and head where you want to go. A friend once shared this quote with me. It read something like, whether you think you can do it, or you cannot do it, you are correct. Thank you and best of luck to the class of 2011.